Marshall University. A quiet campus, a peaceful campus, nestled between the hills like a sleeping baby nestled to its mother's bosom. But underneath the quaint facade of academic morality lies secrets so dark they'd stain your hands black like a hard-working miner. So few know of this school's depths, but we know the truth. We've seen her true face, like the person in the Marco mascot costume. Under the layers of fun school spirit, there lies the harsh reality of what we really are at our cores. Sweaty college students.
We are the Kinzergals Detective Agency, devoted to delving into the deepest sludge this world has to offer. When the world looks up at us and tells us to turn our backs on the harsh truths of reality, we look it straight in the eye and whisper, "No.
These are our stories."
It was a regular Tuesday when she came in.
Tuesday. We'd been in seminar only hours before, studying smallpox.
Darn stuff will get you every time.
She was pretty, beautiful even, but not in the way that a flower or a poem is beautiful. Beautiful like a viper, long, lithe, strong, and ready to strike at a moment's notice.
She had legs, unlike a viper, but the metaphor stands. She came in with a job for us.
"I've got a job for you," she said. "Someone has stolen the nose."
The what?
She clarified. "Someone has stolen the nose to the X-1A, the plane Chuck Yeager used to break Mach 2.4 from Morrow Hall."
Those monsters! Who could have done such a thing?
"That's the problem," she said. "They're pinning it on someone in the Kinzer class of 2021.
That makes sense. None of the other classes are as feminine. In fact, they've gone to calling it the Femme Fatale class.
Have we learned nothing in seminar? You should always blame a woman! Nonetheless, you have a point. It must be one of them.
But the question of the day, however, seems to be, which one?
"I'm begging you, Kinzer gals," she pleaded. "I'm coming to you in my hours of need. Find out what really happened. Can you do that? Do you have what it takes?"
The right stuff, you mean?
Yeah, we can do it.
The first suspect on our list was Erica Burns. I once saw Erica boarding a plane on her way to Hanyang University in South Korea. That feeling of being so high up is exhilarating, addictive even. Of course she would want some of that sweet, sweet air travel in the form of an X-1A airplane nose. The motive was there. It was just a matter of if we could get a confession.
"Hello, Erica."
If we should even call you that.
"I don't know what you're talking about," she said. She had a dumbfounded look on her face, like a little kid blamed for stealing candy from a jar, but a mischievous glint that suggested she knew more than she was letting on.
Don't play dumb with us. You're a smart girl.
A double major in statistics and Japanese, is it?
And a recipient of the Gilman Scholarship as well.
"What are you implying?" she asked. She was starting to look more and more like a cornered animal.
The nose, Erica, the nose.
"It wasn't me, I swear," she said.
You just expect us to believe you? We're not Patricia Proctor. We always assume guilt.
"It couldn't have been me. I wasn't even in the country. I was studying in South Korea. I was in Paris, Barcelona."
Well, if it wasn't you, who was it?
"I ain't no snitch."
Honeycutt's vision, Erica. This is serious.
"Tell us what you know." All right. I'll tell you. "I've seen Grace going to Morrow Library a lot. I don't know what she's doing down there, but that place is so old and haunted. It can't be good."
Selling out your own roommate, huh? That's cold, Burns.
"Yeah," she said. "Well, that's just the way this cruel world works, isn't it?"
You disgust me.
Grace Reed. Why didn't it occur to us before? She grew up partially in Bolivia, and she has more experience in air travel than anything.
Not to mention she's majoring in international affairs with a minor in anthropology. All the skills she'd need to flee the country and establish a new identity abroad.
Furthermore, she's in good with BCM. That community is knit tighter than a blackboard deadline closed at 11:59.
She's the perfect suspect for the perfect crime.
She eyed us suspiciously when we came in. She's always been a clever one, quick as a whip and twice as ready to flee. We'd been avoiding her since a scuffle in our last case left things less than amicable between us.
Brave of you to show your face around here, Kinzer gals. Very brave, she said in a voice like midnight diplomacy.
"Listen, Grace, we're not here to cause any trouble."
That is, unless you're serving it. Lucky for you, I'm not. I'm a new woman now. My time in England this summer changed me, and I'm willing to look past our disagreements, so to say. But cross me again and I won't be so graceful.
Oh, so you were out of the country this summer?
Yes, I spent most of my time in Bolivia, translating Spanish to English for service groups coming from the States before spending a week in the UK. I was doing good work for the world, something you so-called sleuths could use to learn. Oh, I see. Will you please give us a moment to confer?
Lacassio's luck, Lily. It couldn't have been Grace. She was out of town when the nose was stolen.
I know. She must be innocent. At least for this case. But I don't think we've gotten all we can out of her. I'd be surprised if she didn't have her fingers in this pie as well. First of all, criminal investigation is an incredibly worthy profession. Just last week, we solved the great mystery of the old Maine catacombs. And second, you're obviously trying to avoid the topic at hand. We need answers, and we know you've got them as part of your ethnographic research.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. The question is, can you make it worth my time?
What do you want?
Just a favor that I can call in whenever I want. A grace period for my crimes, so to say.
That's a lot to ask.
Then I guess you don't really want to know who stole the X1A nose, do you?
And so this is what it comes to. Escaping one trap to walk straight into the arms of another. We knew we'd come to regret this later, but we were out of options, grasping at straws and running out of time. It's a deal. Tell us what you know.
Jordan has been known to collect trinkets worth her time. I overheard her saying that she'd love to get her hands on a piece of aircraft machinery.
Jordan Bryson, of course! She's a mathematics and math education double major. Not only could she plan the perfect crime, but she could also proof it and explain it to a group of high schoolers.
Are you sure you're up for this investigation, Lily? Given your history?
It's fine. She may be my roommate, but that doesn't change her in the eyes of the law. A criminal is still a criminal, even if they have stolen your heart.
Your heart?
No, not my heart. But still, I'd be really disappointed in her if she actually stole it. I mean, we're roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates. Jordan Bryson.
Olivia Rogers. Lily. Hello, Jordan. What brings you here to my study room at this hour? Shouldn't you be working on your seminar prompt?
This is more important than syphilis, Jordan. We have a crime to solve, and the breadcrumbs have brought us directly to you.
To me? Lily, is this true? After all we've been through, you're blaming me? Please, Miss Bryson, contain yourself. This is strictly a business call, and I'd appreciate it if you kept our work and our friendship separate. Very well. What do you want from me?
We want a confession. Where's the nose, Jordan?
The nose?
To the X1A aircraft?
Oh, that rusty old thing? Why would I want that old thing?
I don't know. Why does anyone do anything? It's a wild world out there, Jordan. I thought that after all your time as an intern for the National Guard, you'd have known that by now.
You make an excellent point, but I'm afraid I'm just another dead end. I was too busy taking a calculus class this summer. Do you know how much studying you have to do for calculus? I don't have the time or energy to steal the nose.
I refuse to believe that someone as smart as you couldn't have some information on the crime of the century.
Maybe, but I only give that information to people I trust.
You can trust us, Jordan. We're all just looking to clear our names and have a good semester. That's all.
Fine. I know this may come as a shock, but Boosie is a prime suspect here.
Not Boosie.
Yeah, but if anyone asks, you didn't hear it from me.
Good to know. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Oh, and Lily? Yes. Be safe out there. Of course, Miss Bryson. Have a good evening.
Lucy, I must admit I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but sometimes even the sweetest rose can reveal itself to have thorns.
She's studying biology pre-med. You'd think that someone on track to take the Hippocratic Oath would not cut for stone, or airplane noses.
And yet, here we are.
Where's the nose, Boosie? We know you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The nose, Boosie. The nose. Where were you that night?
What night?
June 26th?
I was in Canada.
Okay?
Your table. So I guess Lexi?
Yeah, Lexi.
And so it all comes full circle. Lexi, our own client. It makes perfect sense.
The second she walked through our door, we thought she was handing us a case for the ages, when in reality, she gave us a red herring. How could we be duped so easily? It was in front of us all along.
Lexi is the perfect athlete. Who else would have the stamina and strength to slip so seamlessly in the Chuck Yeager room? It was too obvious. Just the other day, we watched her play I've Got Your Nose with her little brother Titus. She's practically admitted to the crime already. The only thing left to do is confront her and squeeze out a confession. Lexi, Lexi, Lexi.
Oh, Kindergals. I didn't expect you back so soon. Did you finish the case already?
No, Lexi, we didn't.
And we think you know why. A look of confusion flashed across her face. Convincing, but perhaps too convincing. Why, Kindergals, she gasped. I don't know what you're talking about. If I knew anything about the case, I wouldn't have hired the best detectives at Marshall University.
Flattery will get you nowhere, sweet cheeks. We can see right through your lies. It was you who stole the nose, wasn't it?
Me? Why, I never.
No use denying it, Lex. If that's even your real name. Why'd you do it, huh? Why'd you steal the nose and then hire us to find it?
But it wasn't me. I would never steal something. I have a reputation to keep as the world's best big sister. What would Titus do if he found out his big sissy was a no-good, low-down thief and lowlife? There was a look of desperation to her. Of desperation and innocence?
She has a point, Lily. Why would she jeopardize her reputation with her brother and her position on the Marshall cheer team?
Exactly! And also, I have an alibi. I was at cheer camp in Louisville, Kentucky, and taking a summer course in chemistry. Do you think I had time for grand theft antiquing? That's crazy.
Well, if you didn't do it, who did?
Hell if I know. Figure it out, Kindergals. The clock is ticking. This isn't adding up. Everyone has alibis tighter than the locked secret ballroom on top of Old Main.
I know, but who else could it have been? We've talked to everyone. Everyone that is...
But you! Me? Yes, you!
Oh, fess up, Lily. My own partner. How could I be so blind? You fit the bill perfectly. You're always collecting weird antiques for your art projects. That X1A nose was just too good to pass up, wasn't it?
That's absurd. I only take things no one else wants. You, however, with your fancy engineering degree, you have every reason to want a piece of one of the most sophisticated engineered aircraft in existence for yourself. You were also here over the summer, working as an RA for the Governor's Honors Academy. You would have been all up close and personal with the Marshall campus.
Of course I would want the nose. Who wouldn't? But it couldn't have been me. I was studying abroad in Madrid, Spain when it went missing. Junior Yeager Page Looney saw me there and everything. You, however, aren't out of the woods yet. You're pursuing a degree in English as well as art. I bet you've read so many mysteries for class that a heist of this degree is child play.
You're right. The critical thinking skills that I acquire through my liberal arts education do make me the perfect criminal mastermind. However, I have a pretty great alibi myself. I spent most of my summer building an art portfolio in Florida and exploring New York art galleries for inspiration. Besides, even if I did take the nose, don't you think I'd have incorporated it into a piece of artwork by now? Really, Olivia, you're my partner, my sleuth sister, my detective double. We're so close. Don't you think I'd also include you as my partner in crime?
Lily, you beautiful idiot, say that again.
We're so close. I'd include you. Of course! It was in front of us all along!
The cohort!
The camaraderie!
The kinder class may be made up of individuals.
But they know they're better together!
Lily, do you know what this means?
It can only mean one thing. It wasn't a single sophomore Yeager who stole the nose. It must have been...
That's right. It was all of us.
But what? Why? Why would you do it?
It's simple, really. Much like Chuck Yeager, we wanted to push the boundaries.
Our boundaries.
That with our critical thinking skills and advanced problem-solving abilities,
That we had the right stuff.
the right stuff to pull off the perfect crime.
No!
Impossible!
You'll never get away with this!
Oh, but that's the thing, kids and gals. We already have.
At this very moment, the X-1A airplane knows it's on its way to Oxford University in England. No!
Yes.
Olivia!
Yes, Lily?
This can only mean one thing.
What's that?
It means that when we're in Oxford, we'll need to film a sequel.